Scientology has concept of cause and effect, defining cause as a source point and effect as a result of outcome. The man firing the gun, for example, is a cause. The man receiving a bullet is an effect. According to L.Ron.Hubbard, most anxiety in human relations stem from imbalances in cause and effect. So individuals often find themselves more anxious about being effects than being a cause. L.Ron.Hubbard discusses the tendency of spiritual beings to create effect more than to be the causes, resulting in a trap, whereas they become overly focused on outside influences. So spiritual beings play games. So individuals should seek to cause effects while minimizing their own experience of being affected. In any game, the goal is always to create an effect while avoiding become an effect. If it makes sense, for example, if I see that you work very slow and you don't do anything to make yourself work faster, I come and yell at you and you become working faster. So I have caused you to work faster. I bypassed by you, yelled at you, so you can finish your job at 7 p.m. like you're supposed to, if it makes sense. In a culture where being effect is a desirable trait, Scientologists credit themselves for anything they can. Well, they start with small accomplishments like telling friends that they said hello to a stranger and caused the stranger to say hello back. As time goes on, their claims grow larger. For example, they might say they arrived at full parking lot and caused a driver to pull out and give up his empty space. And eventually, their claims can become much grander. I have heard some Scientologists boast about causing hurricanes or earthquakes, and even about being able to prevent or stop disasters that somebody else caused. So, when you stand in the stage and share your success stories to demonstrate how powerful you are, and people start applauding you and to L.Ron.Hubbard, you kind of start feeling that you are indeed a very powerful and capable being that can cause pretty much anything. In Scientology, the term operator, OT, which just means operating titan, refers to a person who is in control of life, thought, matter, energy, space, and time. Public Scientologists, the ones that just not Scientologists on staff or work members, they pay significant amount of money to gradually achieve this state, just step by step. But for members of C organization, C org for short, this situation is different. As soon as you join the C org, you automatically considered to be OT. No matter what your case level and how much auditing you got in the past, if you join the C org, you are OT. And many go for years in C org without any Scientology counseling. There is a fundamental rule that C org members practice. Rules for happy living. First, be able to experience anything. And second, cause only those things that others are able to experience easily. And by others, they refer to public Scientologists, not other circle members. So public Scientologists who come for training or counseling are experienced to concentrate solely on their tasks, and they just basically they expect them not to be distracted by any things like grocery shopping or meal preparation, otherwise it will take them off their main purpose. So they stay in Scientology hotels and eat at Scientology restaurants, whereas all the waitresses are Scientologists and housekeepers are Scientologists who are Sea members. So housekeepers in those hotels are supposed to cater to their every whim. Like, for example, I knew a housekeeper in Scientology motel who was a Sea member, who had a guest complain that he needed a soft pillow made of feathers because it was too hard for him to sleep. So she had to give up her own lunchtime, the only time that she actually had some little break, to go all the way to Fort Harrison, ask that housekeeper to give her better pillow for the guest and the one that they use for VIPs, and walk back and give it to him. She worked in a motel. It was one of those as a mariner or yachtsman. A new housekeepers trained to pay attention to their surroundings and anticipate guests' needs to make their stay more comfortable. I mean, just like in any outside of Scientology hotel, that they don't want guests to complain. They provide anything that they need, especially as the guest is VIP. But in Scientology, there is a little bit more to it. Like, for example, if housekeeper sees a roll of toilet paper by the nightstand, she can decide that the guest just ran out of tissues, so she goes to the bathroom, replaces the tissue box before the guest had a chance to call front desk and complain, and then the guest returns from his counseling sessions and finds a new box of tissue and think, oh wow, I have a tip hours. I just thought, that I should call and say that I ran out of tissue and they already bought me tissues. So, but when that guest returns to the real world, like comes back home, all the troubles he had, they're again back where they used to be. So he has unpaid bills, angry wife, annoying kids, all that start bothering him again, and he decides to go back to the place where he was able to have that sense of control, and the place that he felt attended and empowered. So he goes back to Scientology and spends more money.